Katerina's death was a tragedy. But to get Lucanus back from the dead, only to lose him to a demon, for me, it is a deep, personal loss. And so, I take the mantle of First Talon with a heavy heart. But the crows could rise from the ashes. With our new allies, the Venatori, we can reclaim Antiva.
Over my dead body.
That can be arranged.
Cannot overpower us both. Now you fall.
Venatori, to me, honor your alliance. Now, the demon of my wrath is here. You should have stayed dead, Lucanus. All of this is on your head.
You started this. I'm ending.
Right on him.
This isn't over.
What are you waiting for, cousin?
Finish what you start. I already did. What am I ever going to do that is worse than this? On your knees, in front of every house.
Get up, Illario.
Katerina, thank the Maker.
No one from House de la Morte kneels.
Mierda. What am I supposed to do with this idiot?
He tried to kill you and got you imprisoned. And kidnapped the First Talon. And made a deal with the Venatori.
Too much to forgive. But he's still all I've got. Iago, lock him up.
Do you think you can put me away? That is not your decision, is it? Katerina is still First Talon.
Enough, Illario. Lucanus is First Talon now. His decision stands.
You're lucky he didn't cut your throat.
Welcome home, my boy.
A toast to the new First Talon.
To Lucanus!
Shall we make a discreet exit?
I'm ready, but are you sure? They're celebrating you.
I have other plans for the evening.
Really? You came all the way back here for coffee? The stuff in your villa wasn't good enough?
It's better if I make it myself. And I wanted some quiet.
So, First Talon of the Crows, huh? Does that mean you'll be leaving us?
No. We have a contract. Besides, she may have stepped down, but there's no stopping Katerina from giving all the orders. I still cannot believe she did that.
I don't want to say that was the worst party I've ever attended, but it was probably in the bottom 10.
Crow parties are always terrible. Everything is poisoned, and I'm always working anyway. Fucking Illario.
Do you regret putting him in prison?
No, not with Treviso in such chaos. The last thing I need is my full cousin causing more. Let Illario sit and think on his mistakes. It may do him good.
I was surprised you spared him at all, really.
So was I. But I don't have a lot to lose. What there is, Illario, Katerina. This team. I'm not giving that up.
Rook, Viago and I are visiting the new memorial. For those we've recently lost.
After all you have done, you are most welcome to join us.
Thank you.
We are not here to be formal. There have been enough funerals.
Did you know? I was just turning to say something to Air the other day. Before I remembered, she was no longer there.
Fletcher.
I didn't know Chance for long, but he seemed like a good man.
Terrible taste in furniture. He always smothered everything in gold. I'll miss hearing him complaining that I complain about it.
The diamond, the entire city feels so empty. I wonder if it will ever not feel that way.
I'm only a visitor, but I don't think Treviso will stay down for long.
I'm told we are a charmingly stubborn people.
The Blight, that is the problem. But you did fight it back. If we did it once, we can do it again.
Let's hope there is something in that.
When did you get here?
A while ago. I was reading the letters. Messages for loved ones. Prayers to the Maker. A few letters are to people I would have liked to know again.
All these words for the dead. Do you believe anyone or anything sees them?
After I was captured by the Venatori, I would have said no. How could the Maker or any power permit what happened in that place? After all we have seen, I still don't know who, if anyone, hears our cries. But now, I hope they do.
Is there anything else we should say?
I did mention this isn't formal.
But we should do something.
A toast, then. Something we promise the dead we will think about over drinks to come.
The time they bought us. The world we'll build with it.
Neither will go to waste.
The crows rule Antiva, and tonight we mourn with her.
Lucanus?
He looks just like me. Spite, I mean, when he manifests.
That makes sense, doesn't it? What's on your mind?
I've been thinking. Treviso is as safe as we can make it. So, when my contract to you is fulfilled, Spite and I will go our separate ways. Literally, I'm going to seek out a way to separate us, wherever that takes me.
What was it Nev said? That killing the demon in the Fade could do it?
Could. She says there are no guarantees. Besides, our circumstances are unique.
Because you and Spite were forced together.
And because I pay my debts, even to him.
And what about the other person in this equation? How does he feel about this?
He dreams of freedom. shared those dreams. He never chose this, Rook. Something must change.
You sound like you've still got some doubts.
Being possessed. It's not like separating oil and water. Each element permanently infuses the other. Spite wears my face, uses my skills. I know I've grown stronger. So, say I cast out Spite with all he's learned from me. What then? What if I free myself, but unleash a true demon of Virantium?
For all you know, Spike comes out with your knack for vanilla and nutmeg tarts.
Rook,
My point is, you don't know what will happen.
I know that Spite, a part of me, would be alone.
Spike will only be alone if he chooses to be. But you can't control that. All you can do is trust that you're making the right call. For both of you.
I know. But from someone else, it's easier to believe. And it's easier to see a future I can live with when this is done. To strike hardest, one must aim beyond the target. Let's end it, Rook. You and I and Spite, and all the fury we can muster.
You sure the Griffins will be safe with the Wardens?
It's not like the old days. The Griffins have a good home with Evka, Antoine, and the rest of them.
They won't try blighting him again?
No. Evka said there'll be no forgetting that ugly bit of history. And if anyone thinks blighting them is a good idea, they'll have to go through me to do it.
I'll have your back.
Thanks, Tosh.
Our enemies are gods, Rook. Nobody fights those alone. That's why Solus lost and why you'll win. He always thought his attachments were a tragic flaw he had to overcome. But they're a strength.
Johanna,
Valkaran?
until we find a suitable method of penance in the necropolis,
Huh.
you're to be confined under the eye of a watcher, lest you slip your bonds.
How magnanimous of you to volunteer.
A challenge for us both.
If you want a more comfortable space, I'm sure there's empty rooms we haven't found yet.
I'd rather be somewhere I can smell soil and plants. Familiar, you know?
I do.
So, I was wondering. You know what? It's okay. Don't worry about it.
Not suspicious at all.
Well, since you can make people shadow dragons, I was just wondering.
Do you want to be a shadow dragon, Belle?
Yes, more than anything, yes!
We are still a long way from reclaiming Treviso, but in secret, in its heart, this city celebrates. The dragon that left us blighted is gone, and the Undom's time will follow.